Hello, Internet. That's stupid. Okay, I know not the whole Internet is watching, but I'm pretty sure most of you already know me. But if you're new around here, welcome aboard. So, before I get ahead of myself, as I usually will, I would like to first say that primarily this video is addressing what I think is a serious problem in gaming, and secondly, a reintroduction of myself to the Internet, because my past attempts have failed utterly, with nobody really caring about what I had to say because, admittedly, I didn't have anything good to say. Here we are though. I have to come in, a total stranger who wants to talk about toxicity in gaming and the negative effects it has on the entire experience. I'm gonna throw some shade at people, but by all means, I don't mean to seem like I'm trying to punch up to start some shit. I'm just trying to call it like I see it because, I'm gonna be real here, I've had to deal with bullying in my lifetime. And any stupid bullshit excuse people will probably retort with in the comments will promptly be ignored. Because honestly, why would you wake up in the morning with an agenda that reads, first and foremost, be an asshole, with a very close second be, ruin someone's perfectly good day. I've got 3 flavors of asshole to cover today, and how to deal with this shitstorm, so get your shovels and umbrellas ready, because this shit's gonna get intense. So we've all seen it. Someone's not having a good match, and it's fucking everyone else's fault that the match isn't good. And man, he's out for blood. He's up for some motherfucking and dog murdering, and he's sniffing for shit to sling at another person. Because he's an invertebrate piece of shit who has to make everybody else feel like an invertebrate piece of shit. This asshole appears most commonly in team-based games, and he's got a standard. And if you're not cutting the muster, he's gonna fucking let you know. And he doesn't play healers, he doesn't play tanks, he just wants to be the damage dealer. And he wants to be the motherfucker who wins the day and kills Hitler himself. And, oh fuck, you better watch yourself, because he's gonna make sure he knows how much he's contributing and how much you're not. And that's his crutch. Instead of letting you know exactly how you can improve, or exactly what it is you're fucking up, he's just gonna howl and scream and tell you how much you should kill yourself. Okay, I exaggerate a little. He's not always a glory-seeking DPS, but the last part of that rant is true enough. He's not really interested in letting his teammates improve, and he's perfectly comfortable with acting like a huge dick with no desire to bring others to his level. This guy shows up in maybe half of my Overwatch and Heroes of the Storm games, and maybe 3/4 of my For Honor and League of Legends games. And honestly, I just mute these shits when they start, when it's not me that they're bitching at. There's nothing that he can tell me that the game's in-game communication tools can already tell me. And they get power from reactions. Your tears are his ambrosia. Take that power away. It's what you have to do with these guys. And there are times that these dicks might give a little bit of advice in their shitstorm of rage, but you have to provoke it out of them. Like in Smite, I do this all the time. I'm always like, what's your problem? What's going on? How can it, what can I do to improve? And shockingly enough, the retort isn't always to tell me to kill myself. He might give me an insightful little nugget of information that could possibly help us during the match. I mean, he's got to be the best, right? You can't cultivate that kind of ego without being somewhat good at the game, right? Well, not all the time, because sometimes this asshole is the one who's doing the worst on the whole damn team. But that's another rant for another day altogether. Next on my shit list is the sore winner. See, I never understood this mentality. I mean, in video games, you're pitting your skill against another person's skill. You're already asserting dominance, and in extreme cases like Mortal Kombat, they have a mechanic in the game that rubs your victory in your opponent's face. Ed Boon has actually confirmed this. So why in the hell is it that the getting that victory fanfare flips a switch in someone's head that makes them go, yes, but my victory is not complete without the tears of my enemies. I know, I'll send them a PM to rub in my delicious victory. Or in the all chat, but you know what I mean. I mean, the results screen won't even be up yet, and he's already telling you to uninstall the game that you bought, and how much you sucked his dick during the match. So, when I was a kid, the way you had to play multiplayer games was locally. So being a shitbird after winning resulted in you getting your ass kicked or probably thrown out of the arcade for being an asshole. In this digital age, we have a screen that these cockwaffles are able to hide behind But the best solution is reporting these jerks and hope you don't queue up with them again. I mean, blocking is cool too, but since the universe is a cruel realm where bullshit reigns, you'll see these guys end up on your team, thanks Overwatch, you asshole. But there's no sweeter vindication than when these mongoloids get put on your team after crushing you in a game, only after to like shower you in praise and admiration because you actually do a good job. Anywho, this brand of troll shows up most commonly in literally every game where competition is involved. Now, the final, most pitiful brand of toxic dick spackle you'll have the displeasure of being in a game with is the sore loser. You have a great game, you get a positive KD ratio for once in your gaming career, and your teammates are heralding your praises on the wings of angels. You are riding high until you see it. A message, a text, or even the voice communication opens up. The president-elect of the newly founded country of Butthurdia has let you know that he is not at all happy to see you living it up in the admiration of your teammates. He's mad. So this gremlin starts slinging slurs and insults at you, and in spite of your ability to wreck his tiny little ego in a video game, his ass is still raw from the spanking you just given him, and he wants you to know that the only thing that will stop him is your tears being used as preparation H. That will soothe his pain. That's it. But this guy has always confused me, because if you've ever seen Assault compilation in For Honor, where most of these hosers apparently spend their time, you'll see that this need, because holy shit, like, these guys get pissed, and we're not talking about waiting 7 hours to DMV pissed, not talking about, like, after waiting in a drive-thru at your local eatery for an unreasonable amount of time, they still somehow fucked up your order. We're talking full-blown, 100%, lost to someone better than you in a fighting game and wounding your fragile ego pissed. Oh wait, that's a little on the nose. Anywho, I don't see this guy terribly often because I'm actually bad at most games. But when I do get them, part of me feels alive because I get this weird sense of pride that not only did I win, but that this guy is so pissed about it. It's a special flavor of pathetic I don't get many chances to see. Now, blocking is usually the best way to deal with, not dealing with that bullshit that he's going to be throwing at you, well before it starts to cross into harassment territory. And so, but, that's been my experience with this kind of shit. Now, I'm going to be very clear about this because there's a very big distinction between what I'm about to talk about and what the people who I was just talking about. This is where the line is drawn, okay? So, because I'm going to be totally serious here, I want to let everybody know that this is something that is very important to me, and it's very important to talk about as far as how games are played. I'm talking about banter here. I have friends that I play games with. We talk shit, we have fun, but the difference between me shouting, "Suck my dick, you piece of shit, I shit on your family honor," to my best friend after I whoop his ass in a game, and then saying that exact shit to a total stranger, is that one of those is playful banter between friends who have established over years of friendship a trust and tolerance, and the other is being an asshole for no reason. People commonly try to defend a toxic shit stain as just being competitive. It's bullshit. I can call my friend a cocksucking bitch who wants daddy to choke him because he can call me a filthy cum dumpster who wants it raw on my ass, because neither of us actually means that, and we both know it. But you sling that kind of shit and you try to say, "I'm just talking shit, man," it's not fucking cool. You say that shit to a total stranger on the street or in the arcade, you're getting knocked the fuck out. No joke. So, in closing, I'm pretty sure my grandmother, your grandparents, or parents, or a teacher, or someone in your life has told you, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. And none of this is more true than in the gaming space. I mean, when I see a player struggle, I try to help. I've been there before. I've sucked at a video game. Hell, I still suck at video games. But more often than not, I love to give constructive advice. I even like to act like a wingman to them. And when I lose, I might be pissed, but there's no reason to be a fat, I have a fat defeat screen in my face. There's a reason for that. There's a reason for me losing. I'm not as good as the guy who just beat me. And that's all right. I have opportunities to get better. And when I win, I like to win with grace. I like to make friends. And most of all, I want video games to be fun. That's the idea that started this wild ride decades ago, and I want to keep it that way. I mean, we have to do it together. We have to stop toxicity and just rampant bullshit like this from ruining the things we love. I mean, that's why I got into video games to begin with, was to escape the bullshit that is my life. That's to escape from the mundane, boring stuff in the day, in day-to-day life. It's where you want to be happy. It's where you want to have fun. That's what fun is. But if you have to tear down someone else's enjoyment of something because of your wounded ego, or they're simply not good enough, or you just, for whatever reason, you have this wild hair up your ass to ruin everything for everyone, stop it, dude. This isn't just your place to play. That's why the internet is an amazing and horrible place. It's not just yours. It doesn't just belong to you. And I can guarantee there's always a bigger fish. I mean, even in Evo tournaments, you'll sit around and see these people who are like undisputed champions of the world in that game. But next year, it'll be different. Nobody reigns over anything for a very long period of time, because someone will always strive to be better, and they will beat you. And you will lose. But there will be times where you'll win against impossible odds. Just don't be a dick about it. That's pretty much all I wanted to say for this. If you like this video, share it with your friends. Share it with people I don't even know. I plan on making a lot of stuff like this. I like making commentary like this. That's what the future of this channel will be. I'm not going to highlight any of me being good at video games. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to make fun of myself. Anyway, you guys have a good day. Do what you got to do. Stay safe out there.